Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Matthew here. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to help make managing your rental property a little bit easier. I know one of the biggest issues that I always hear from people is just they're concerned about dealing with tenants, managing a property. They know that buying rental properties is a good idea. They're just scared or nervous about managing tenants and managing a property. So I figured today I'm just going to give you 5 tips that I picked up over the years that help make managing our properties just a little bit easier. So my first tip is to install electronic locks on all of your rental properties. This is going to make your life a lot easier. One of the biggest headaches that most landlords get is when their tenant locks himself out of the property, because then they got to drive down to the property, they got to let the tenant in, they might have to cut a new key. So what we do in our properties is we actually install electronic locks on all of our properties. That way we give our tenants a code, so they have their code for going into the property. We have a master code for ourselves, and we also set a code for our handyman. That way if they need to go in, they have a code set themselves. We're not jeopardizing the tenant's code or our master code. The great thing with these locks is that you can always add a new code if you have a new trades going in. If we had to fire a trade, we can always disengage their code so they can't use it anymore. So it gives us a lot of added security and protection because of these locks. Another tip involving locks is to make sure that you have a spare key in a lockbox hidden on your property somewhere. The reason for this, and we've learned the hard way, is sometimes those electronic locks, they break, battery runs out, and the tenant never took his key with them when they left the house. They get there, the lock's not working, they have no way to get in. So obviously we want to avoid the headache. We value our time, so we don't have to drive out and let a person in. So we always hide a spare key on the property in a lockbox. That way, if this ever happens, we can tell our tenant where to go, get the key, they can let themselves in. We get them to put the key back where it was, and then we change the code on that lock. That way the tenant's not using that key all the time. So we want to make sure that it's there for an emergency. And once we use it for an emergency, we're going to change things around. These 2 tips should really eliminate any need for you to have to drive out to the property in an emergency to let the tenant in. You got it covered. The next tip is having an online application form. So for our properties, we have a site that you can go to that you can fill out an application. When it's filled out, it gets emailed to us. We also have a fillable PDF that we created that when someone comes and looks at a property, we can email them the PDF of that application. They can fill it out whenever they're comfortable at home after looking at the property, and they can send it back to us. One of the great things about this is that if you're in a really hot market and you got a lot of people wanting to come to your property, a quick and easy filter is to send them the online application form before they even come look at the property. That way you can quickly see if they meet your criteria that you want for a renter in your home. And if they do, you'll set up an appointment, have them come check out your property and see if you want to rent it to them. This is going to save you a lot of time by not having to see every single person that wants to come look at your property, and I'm all about valuing my time and saving my energy. Tip number 3 is having online rent collection service. So basically what I'm saying here is instead of going to your tenant, collecting checks or collecting cash for rent, which is sort of the old school way of doing things, you want to make sure you have it set up so that you can get your money either from an e-transfer. Some banks will let you set up an automatic debit so you can debit their account automatically each month. Some services will let you use credit cards, like a tenant can use a credit card to pay their rent, or you can just have it automatically taken off of their credit card each month. So by having an automatic system set up, it's going to save you all that headache, save you from having to drive around, collect rent, just boom, each month, straight into your account, smooth, easy. That's the way we like it. Next tip is using a property management software. There's some really great software out there that you can use. Buildium is one of them. The great thing is that if you only have 1 or 2 properties, it's usually free to use the software. And then as you grow your portfolio more and more, you end up having to pay. It's usually a tiered system. On these programs, you can set up your automatic rent payment. You can create tenant portals so they can go on and fill out maintenance request forms. You can usually have your online application set up through them as well. Some of them will let you set up auto email responders to communicate with your tenants or communicate with applications as they come in. So with some of these programs, it can really automate a lot of things about property management, making your life a whole lot easier. So I suggest you check out Buildium and some of the other ones to see which one works best for you. So my last tip is to have a great handyman. Building a good relationship with a handyman is going to just make your life a whole lot easier. For one, they're going to be there to do repairs, make sure your property is maintained, you know, keep on top of that. But if you have a really good relationship with your handyman like we do with ours, we actually have it where our tenants have our handyman's phone number. So when they have a maintenance issue or they have something going on, they'll call him first. Once again, saving me time. I value my time. Saving me headache. It goes to him. He lets me know afterwards, after he talks to them and sees what the issue is. He then lets me know, and we decide if we're going to go ahead with fixing it or replacing whatever we need to. But once again, it's just all about automating my life a little bit more, saving myself a little bit more time, just making my life a little bit easier. Plus, when a tenant's maybe not in the greatest of mood, I'd rather not deal with them. I got someone who's going to deal with them, and then they'll talk to me and we'll get everything sorted out. So there you have it, 5 tips for making managing your properties just a little bit easier. A lot of these we learned the hard way through trial and error, so I hope that you picked up a couple of tips that's going to help give you a better work-life balance as you grow your rental properties. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, share with your family and friends. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them down below. I'll be sure to answer them there. We got some great videos coming up, so make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.